Standing outside in the rain, junior doctors were in front of the Princess Margaret Hospital striking. Currently, they are removing all non-essential services, meaning only emergency staff will be working. According to the president of the Doctors Union, Dr. Melisande Bassett, they are not receiving their holiday pay, and it has been a battle since 2014.
We've been in negotiations with them on and off for years to try and regularize the holiday pay. We have not been able to bring that to a close. Most recently, we sat down and decided that we would write out back pay, the terms and conditions for paying the doctors over the years. They haven't been paid, and that's from 2014. The final agreement that PHA was able to reach to is for payments over 5 payments and on availability. To us, that's unacceptable.
Standing in solidarity, a number of leaders of other unions came to stand with the junior doctors. The Nurses Union President Amaja Williams warning PMH will shut down because of consistent stalling on the matter.
These matters and issues are being long gone. From 2 years ago, meet the demands of the people. Why you can't come to the table and negotiate? Come and negotiate with the people today, not tomorrow. You're putting the Bahamian public at risk. We have an infrastructure at this hospital breaking down. The roof is caving in right now. The rain we have bins up. This is the type of condition that we're working in. We say to the government, take a step forward and look and resolve the issues of your people in this Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Also on board is the Trade Union Congress President Obi Ferguson, giving his full support.
These are basic rights. These are not issues that they ought to be out here for. The government ought to move quickly, meaning like today, meet with the union and have this matter resolved. Collective agreements are enforceable once it is registered. So to try to put on the workers a small industrial or private contract to disregard the collective agreement is illegal.
Other union leaders, such as Daniel Thompson of the Tertiary Education of the Bahamas, National Insurance Board President Bernard Evans, and Roach, Bahamas Public Service Union President Kimsley Ferguson, and Dr. Bassett stated they are trying to reduce the impact of strike on the public and asked them to be tolerant as the doctors and the union find a resolution. Meantime, Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands responds to the strike on Love 97's Issues of the Day talk show. Dr. Sands says the Public Hospitals Authority acknowledges the $5 million debt to pay the holiday salary. However, there's some logistics affecting the payout for holiday pay since the industrial agreement was signed.
The challenge is that not every doctor is entitled the same amount because some have been there for a longer period of time. Some just started and so on and so forth. How do you determine how much to pay Johnny, Mary, Susie, Sally? And that is something that the parties have not agreed. So in the back and forth now, PHA has put a proposal to give a lump sum to every doctor, the same amount. And then moving forward to pay it proactively. But the PHA also said, well, we need to determine when it is that you work a holiday.
The doctors' union demanded that PHA negotiate with them today. He admitted the matter is an emergency and Dr. Sands will act quickly to resolve it.
I will give this my attention and the full weight of this ministry to get this resolved as quickly as possible. I cannot say categorically, I cannot instruct the union to return to work. I can only demonstrate the good faith willingness of my office and this ministry and the PHA to get this matter resolved.
The Bahamas Public Services Union's taking action as some 200 members at the Princess Margaret Hospital today withdrew their services and walked off the job. According to Union President Kingsley Ferguson, this move comes on the heels of a coming meeting with the Prime Minister, where he informed them that he would not meet the union's request, which was a lump sum payment to assist workers.
You could look around you and you could see that these people have had it. We have people who have to make a conscious decision to either keep a roof over their head or to buy food, much less prepare their children for school. And so if the government wants a fight they will get.
According to Mr. Ferguson, there was an agreement with the Prime Minister to pay public servants and PMH employees some $1,200, but there seemed to have been a misunderstanding.
We expressed to the Deputy Prime Minister that we had already had this discussion with the Prime Minister, and we were here with a view to the fact that he was going to give Treasury and Public Service their instructions because they were present in the meeting. But however, it didn't go that way. He had asked if we would accept the payment in 2 tranches. Apparently, that was very, very inconvenient for the officers who are challenged with preparing their kids for back to school. And this is not monies that we are asking for. This is monies that we are deserving of because our industrial agreements are currently being negotiated. We are recognizing the fact that there are some stalling tactics with all of our negotiations when they reach the financial aspect of the negotiations.
Now, this is the second action taken by the BPSU in just 2 weeks. On August 8th, employees in the records department at PMH walked off the job because of a malfunction with the air conditioning unit in the records department. The situation has since been rectified today. However, the BPSU says it will continue to withdraw its services until the government meets their demands. Today, the Bahamas joins 18 other countries with child abduction alert systems, signing a $3.5 million contract with Multimedia Technologies. This implements the long-awaited Marco's alert system, and what better way to do it than on the eve of Marco's Archer's 19th birthday. You see, the system's patterned after the Amber Alert system in the United States. National Security Minister Marvin Dames says the alert will be critical in assisting with recovery strategies and integrating all primary and secondary distribution pathways,
including new wireless capabilities under traditional alerting protocols. Furthermore, the Marco's alert will empower the community to work cooperatively with law enforcement and the media to increase the safety of our communities. In addition, all social media and traditional media platforms will be maximized. The main objective is always the safe return of the child.
Minister Dames adds that today's contract signing should also send a strong message to criminals that crimes against children are intolerable. He says as the world changes, the country must adjust to the times in which we live.
Child protection requires more than just telling our children not to talk to strangers. The tools for sexual predation have now become more widespread and can be accessed by computers, smartphones, and tablets that we buy for our children. Technology has created a whole new method by which undesirables can reach our sons and daughters. This signing ceremony will put the tools in the hands of law enforcement to capture would-be abductors and save children. But it is important to note that it requires the efforts of our communities to truly be effective.
Now, from what we understand, young Marco Archer once indicated to his mother that he wanted to be a policeman to catch the bad guys.
While Marco may never suit up in a uniform, Marco's law and Marco's alert, both named in his honor, will ensure that he will always play a critical role in assisting the police in arresting the bad guys. I can think of no better way than to honor this or his memory and ensure that we never forget our individual and collective responsibility for safeguarding the well-being of our children.
To receive notifications, the public's asked to register at www.royalbahamaspolice.org. Scroll down to the Marcos Alert Registration tab, click it, and start the process. All registered parties will receive notifications on their smartphones, tablets, and desktop computers. It was on September 23rd in 2011 when 11-year-old Marco Archer went missing from Blue Hill and Brougham Street. A few days later, his body was found in a bushy area off Yorkshire Street, Cable Beach. Marco's law, which was named in his honor, was passed back in 2016 and eliminated the 24-hour wait for loved ones to report missing children. His disappearance and death rocked communities across the nation. The acronym for Marco signifies the alert system's purpose: mandatory aggressive actions for rescuing children operation. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.